Hello everyone, welcome to Heritage Gate Architecture. This is Architect Chanda Sinha, and today I'll be discussing with the part 2 of housing, that is housing schemes and policies. Okay, so let's start. In housing schemes and policies, we are starting with the first one, that is PMAY. So let's begin. PMAY. It was asked in ISRO 2017, DDA, West Bengal exams recently in 2019, and in LMRC also in 2018. So first of all, you should know what is its full form. So it's Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Okay, Awas Yojana. Fine. So this scheme is basically housing for all. So you can write here housing for all till 2022. Okay? Now, this was a 7-year scheme. Okay, it was a 7-year scheme, and it was launched in 2015 till 2022. Okay? Now, what was the main objective? The main objective of this, with the name itself you can understand, Awas Yojana means providing house to the needy people, right? So you can write here aim. Now look, if we see the question, that how the question is asked regarding these policies, so it can be asked, what is the full form of PMAY? Next, what was the scheme for it, like housing for all till 2022? Then it was a 7-year scheme, means it was launched in 2015 till 2022. Now the aim, write the aim, that is to build 2 crore houses with all the amenities. What are the basic amenities? Like sanitation, water, toilet facilities, everything. Okay, so to build 2 crore houses with all the amenities required in it. Fine. Now, this was divided into 3 phases. So, 3 phases. So phase 1, if we see the phase 1, in this the duration is from April 2015 to March 2017. Sorry. And in this, development of 100 cities was involved. Okay, so development of 100 cities. Fine. Now come to phase 2. That is, now phase 2 again, it was from March. Okay, it was March 2017. So April 2017 to March 2019. Okay. So again, development of more 200 cities. So development of more 200 cities will be, okay, cities was involved. Okay. Fine. So development of more 200 cities was involved. Then in phase 3, if we see the phase 3, it was from April 2019 to March 2022. Fine. So in this stage or in this phase, all the remaining cities will be covered. All the remaining cities will be covered. Okay? So I hope PMAY is clear to you that the full form is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana with the scheme of housing for all till 2022. It was a 7-year scheme launched in 2015, and the aim is to build 2 crore houses with all the basic amenities like sanitation, toilet facilities, drinking facilities, electricity, everything. And it is divided into 3 phases. That is phase 1 from April 2015 to March 2017, in which 100 cities were first taken. Then in the phase 2, that is from April 2017 to March 2019, another 200 cities, including this 100, means another 200 cities were added in phase 2. Then in phase 3, all the remaining cities will be covered within the duration of April 2019 to March 2022. Okay, so this is all about your PMAY in the urban area. Okay, so now next we are going to discuss about the PMAY in the rural area, and that is called as Pradhan Mantri Gram Awas Yojana, Gramin Awas Yojana. Okay. Okay, so Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, so that was for urban, and now it is for the rural people, and this is known as Pradhan Mantri Gramin Awas Yojana. Okay, so right here number 2. And it was asked in LMRC 2018. Okay, so first of all, write the full form, that is Pradhan Mantri. Full form are very important. Seedha MCQ aata hai ki what is the full form of this and what is the full form of that. So it's Pradhan Mantri Gramin. Gramin means gaon, that is village. Gramin Awas Yojana. Fine. So this was for the rural people, that is the people who are staying in the villages and the remote areas. So rural people, and the aim of this is to give financial assistantship or financial benefit, financial assistance for the construction of what? Construction of क्या ये? आवास योजना means houses. Construction of houses. ठीक है? So Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana urban, which I dealt earlier, and this is the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Awas Yojana, which is for the rural people, and this is to give financial assistance to the people for the construction of their houses. Okay? Now after this, come to the third one, that is Rajiv Awas Yojana. Okay? So I'm writing it here. Rajiv Awas Yojana. Now it is asked again in LMRC 2018 and GATE 2011. Okay? Now first of all, full form, what is it? Rajiv Awas Yojana. Write it. Rajiv आवास योजना. ठीक है. Okay. Now this is basically for the urban poor. ठीक है. Those who are living in the urban areas and are poor. So this is for the urban poor people. Fine. Now what is the aim for it? Aim of Rajiv Awas Yojana? It's to make slum free urban area. Fine. So you can write here slum free India till 2022. So by 2022, this scheme aims for slum free India, okay, by the end of 2022. And now what is the mission of it? That is, again, Awas Yojana means to provide houses, okay. So right here, to provide housing and basic amenities to all the urban poor. Fine. So this is for the urban poor people, and basically for the slum people, to make slum free India by 2022, and to provide housing and all the basic amenities like toilet, sanitation, drinking water, electricity. Okay, so these things comes under RAY, that is Rajiv Awas Yojana. Now after this comes the next one, that is Indira Awas Yojana. Okay, so I'm erasing this part. So write the next one, that is Indira Awas Yojana. Okay. IAY. Now it was asked in GATE 2012. Basically सबसे पहले अगर कोई आवास योजना आया था, the first आवास योजना which was introduced, it was इंदिरा आवास योजना by then PM राजीव गांधी. ठीक है. बट जो अभी एट प्रेजेंट PMAY है, वो इसको ही रिमूव करके या इसको ही रिनेम करके नाउ इट इज नोन एज PMAY. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली दोनों का मोटिव या फिर एम इट्स जस्ट सेम. बस पहले इंदिरा आवास योजना था एंड नाउ इट इज रीनेम्ड एज प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना. ओके, बट यू शुड नो द फुल फॉर्म बिकॉज यू कैन सी इट वाज आस्क्ड इन गेट ऑल्सो. So write the full form. It is Indira Awas Yojana. Fine. And this was housing for the families belonging to below poverty line. Below poverty line. Okay, that is BPL families. Fine, that is the BPL families. Okay, now after this, one of the very important yojana, that is your JNNURM. Okay, I'm writing it here. JNNURM. Okay. Now this is the fifth one. First of all, let's see कि कितनी बार पूछा गया है. ठीक है. So it's asked in GATE 2012, UPSC 15, and again in GATE 2015. Now questions are very easy, like what is the full form of JNNURM, what is its aim, ठीक है, ऐसा ही कुछ पूछता है, उससे ज़्यादा डिटेल नहीं जाना. So let's write its full form. Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewable Mission. So it's Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewable Mission. ठीक है. Now you should be by heart with all the full forms. ठीक है. Now the main aim. Now it was launched in 2005. ठीक है. It was launched in 2005, and its motive is city modernization. ठीक है. City modernization means whatever the infrastructure is there, we have to improve it through JNNURM. ठीक है. Then to provide the basic services also. Okay, so I'm writing it here, the next points. Fine. So it basically aims to improve urban infrastructure and basic services. Fine. And basic services to urban poor. That is BSUP. तो पहला हो गया इसका aim, that is to provide urban infrastructure and to upgrade it, and the next one is your basic services to the urban poor, that is the full form is BSUP. Full form is basic services to urban poor. ठीक है. तो बेसिकली ये दो एम है JNNURM का. ठीक है. Now it was again for the time period of 7 years. So it was launched in 2005. So 2005 till 2012, but it was extended till 2014. ठीक है. And after 2014, JNNURM was replaced by AMRIT. ठीक है. AMRIT is a next scheme I'm discussing after this. तो full form पहले देख लो JNNURM का, Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewable Mission. It was launched in 2005 with the aim of city modernization, and how the city modernization will take place by improving the urban infrastructure and basic services to urban poor, that is BSUP. And it was a 7-year scheme, that is from 2005 to 2012, and it was extended for 2 more years, that is 2014, and after that AMRIT took place. Okay, so after JNNURM, let's discuss AMRIT. So JNNURM was succeeded by AMRIT, means after that the next scheme which came, it was AMRIT. So let's write here 6th one, that is AMRIT. And again it was asked in GATE 2016 and in UPSC 2016. Again I'm telling you, full form very important. सीधा full form ही आया था. And what is the full form of AMRIT? So it's Atal Mission for, write with me, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and urban transformation ठीक है. So it's Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. So it was launched in 2015 and it's still active, means it's still in process. So it was launched in 2015, क्योंकि 2014 तक तो JNMU RME एक्सटेंड हुआ था, तो उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट स्कीम आया वो ये था, and it was launched in 2015 and it's in an active state, means it's still working. Okay. Okay, it replaced JNMU RM. Fine. Now, what was the aim of AMRIT? So, I'm writing here. Again, urban infrastructure. Urban infrastructure and adequate sewage and water supply, means basic amenities and water supply. Okay, means it's the basic amenities and the urban infrastructure. Fine. So this was all about the AMRIT. Now let's come to the next one, that is Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. Okay, so okay, I'm writing it here. Again, it's very important. Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. It has been asked so many times, like in GATE 2015, 2013, in DDA 2019, then in LMRC also. So it's very important. Okay, now write the full form. Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. Fine. Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. So, what is the aim of it? That is to connect all the remote areas and all the villages with the city. Okay? So, connectivity to all the village areas, to all the unconnected village areas. Okay? Fine. And it was launched in 2000. I'm writing it here. 2000 में ये launch हुआ था and it's still active. And basically इसका aim वही है कि it has to connect all the unconnected areas just as a strategy to reduce the to reduce poverty and everything. ठीक है? Because अगर remote areas main city से connect हो गए तो जो भी rural poor है, they can come to the city to trade and everything. So the main motive of it, to connect the unconnected village areas. Fine. Now after 7th, come to the next one, that is your Bombay. Okay, so I'm erasing this part. Okay, now write the 8th one, that is Bombay. Now it was asked in GATE 2011 and in ISRO 2015. देखो basically what they will ask, उसका full form, ठीक है, suppose अब जैसे PMGSY है तो उसका full form प्रधानमंत्री ग्रामीण सड़क योजना, ठीक है, पहला ये. And the second one which they can ask is the aim, कि कोई भी स्कीम का what is the basic aim for it. And if you know these two things means आपका ये topic is in your hands. Fine. Now let's start with the Bombay. तो सबसे पहला full form, it's वाल्मीकि अंबेडकर मलिन बस्ती आवास योजना, ठीक है. So right here, वाल्मीकि अंबेडकर मलिन बस्ती आवास योजना, ठीक है. Now this was the scheme for the slum dwellers, ठीक है. तो so through this scheme this was going to benefit the slum dwellers and the BPL family. So right here it's this scheme so this scheme is for the benefit of slum dwellers and BPL family, that is below poverty line families, ठीक है. Fine. Now again it's आवास योजना. So what is the aim? किस तरह से benefit देंगे हम लोग slum dwellers and BPL families को? By giving shelter to them, ठीक है. So shelter to all, shelter to all, ठीक है. So we have completed this Bombay also. Now after this come to the next one, that is IRDP. Fine. So let's erase this and start with the 9th one, that is IRDP. Okay. IRDP. It was asked in GATE 2007. And it was launched in 1978. Okay. First of all, what is the full form of IRDP? It's Integrated Rural Development Program. So right here, Integrated Rural Development Program, ठीक है. Program. Fine. It's very old program, and it was launched in 1978, and it was implemented in 1980. ठीक है. इसका बस full form जान लो, that's enough. And again it's a rural development program, so it was for the rural development. Okay, so it is associated with the rural development. Associated with the rural development. Okay, fine. So after IRDP, next is your NABARD. Okay, so I am erasing this one. Okay, so now let's write the next one, that is 10th one is your NABARD. NABARD. Okay, now it was asked in UPSC 2016. First of all, what is the full form of NABARD? So you have to write here, it's National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Fine. So what's the full form? It's National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So this is your NABARD, and simply 2016 में इसका full form पूछा था, ठीक है? Now basically rural development और agriculture के लिए, so it focuses on upliftment of rural India, agriculture and small scale industries. Fine. So these are very small topic. You're just concerned with the, इसको ज़्यादा डिटेल में नहीं देखना, you just have to know the full form of all these like NABARD, IRDP, and that's it. Now after this, come to the next one, that is Sampoorn Gramin Rozgar Yojana. ठीक है? So again I'm erasing this part. Sampoorn Gramin Rozgar Yojana. It was asked in ISRO 2019. So it's a recent question. So you can write SGRY. It was asked in ISRO 2019 and it's Sampoorn Gramin Rozgar Yojana. ठीक है? तो रोजगार means employment and Gramin means rural area. So employment for the rural people. So you can write here, it's a rural employment program. Fine. So it's a rural employment program for the rural poor. ठीक है? And it was launched in 2001. ठीक है? And it was implemented through the Panchayati Raj institutions. ठीक है? It was implemented. Actually, this was the question. कि which of the following yojana was implemented through the Panchayati Raj institution? So it was Sampoorn Gramin Rozgar Yojana. So it was implemented through Panchayati Raj institutions. Fine. Now after this, okay, now we are basically discussing the employment programs. So after Sampoorn Gramin Rozgar Yojana, let's talk about the next one, that is Manrega ya Narega, which you know since class 10. Okay. So the next one I'm going to discuss is Manrega. Now it was asked in GATE 2012 and GATE 2013 में भी कुछ questions आए थे and it was there in the option part. ठीक है, so you should know this. First of all, the full form, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. And it was launched in 2005. Okay, so it was for the rural employment. Okay, and after this, now come to the next. Okay, let me write it. Rural employment generation. So its main motive was to generate rural employment. Okay. Now after this, 13th. So this is SGSRY. And it was again in the GATE 2013 option part. Okay, means ऐसे 4 MCQ होते हैं ना, तो it was there in one of the option. So you should know this, like Swर्ण Jayanti Shehri means Shehri Rozgar Yojana. Swर्ण Jayanti, it's SJ, sorry. Swर्ण Jayanti Shehri Rozgar Yojana. Now, Shehri means urban area. So it was for the urban employment generation. Fine. Now after all these, we have completed the employment schemes. Okay, like Sampoorn Gramin Rozgar Yojana. Then we have Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act for the rural employment generation. And then we have Swर्ण Jayanti Shehri Rozgar Yojana, and it was for the urban employment generation. Now after this, there is one more for the electrification. One Yojana you should know, that is for the electrification. Again, this was there in one of the option of GATE 2013. Okay, so it is for the rural electrification and the scheme is known as Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vidyutikaran योजना, ठीक है. So for the rural electrification, it was Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vidyutikaran Yojana, ठीक है. So this was also in one of the option of GATE 2013, ठीक है. तो ये extra है which you should keep in mind. Then after this come to NUHHP. Okay, चलो. देखो यहाँ से मैं जो भी बता रही हूँ लाइक एम्प्लॉयमेंट वाला जो भी संपूर्ण ग्रामीण एम्प्लॉयमेंट योजना वाला जो था, तो वहां से यू शुड जस्ट फोकस ऑन द फुल फॉर्म और उसका क्या मोटिव है, दैट्स इट. फाइन. उससे ज्यादा डिटेल में करने का जरूरत नहीं है, ना आज तक कभी पूछा है. नाउ कम टू द 15th, दैट इज NUHHP, and it was launched in 2007 and it has been asked in LMRC 2018. यही पूछा था कि कब ये लॉन्च हुआ था, ठीक है. Now you should know the full form. It's National Urban Housing and Habitat Policy, ठीक है. तो National Urban Housing and Habitat Policy, and it was launched in 2007 and asked in LMRC 2018. Now after this, one more, IHSDP, ठीक है. Now it is integrated housing and slum development program, ठीक है. बस फुल फॉर्म जानो, दैट्स इनफ. एंड दिस वाज द स्कीम अंडर JNNURM, ठीक है. तो या इतना कंप्लीट हो गया with all the housing schemes and the policies. Now after this come to the next one, that is your housing finance institutions, ठीक है. Now there are certain government and private institutions which gives loan to the people for the construction of their houses or to purchase any land or any house, ठीक है. So let's discuss about this. Now it's housing finance institution, fine. And yeah, question was asked in GATE. So okay. Okay, it's housing finance institution. Sorry. Housing finance institutions, ठीक है. Now it was asked in GATE 2015. Okay. Now it gives loan for construction of a house or purchase of a house. Now if you want to purchase any house, you want to construct, so these institutions will provide you with the loan. Fine. Now there is a regulatory body which govern all these institutions. So that regulatory body is National Housing Banks. Okay, so right here it's NHB, that is National Housing Banks. Okay. Now it's a regulatory body, means it keeps eye on every institutions, every government or private companies. Okay, so it's a regulatory body, housing finance. Okay, for housing finance companies. In India. Okay, so it was established in 1988 under the National Housing Bank Act 1987. Fine. So it was established in 1988. What? This National Housing Bank under the NHB Act 1987. Fine. Now, if we take the example of certain private banks, so if we take the example of certain private banks, okay, first one which you know it's HDFC. Okay, HDFC. Now, what is the full form? It's Housing Development Finance Corporation Limited. Finance Corporation Limited. Okay. Now, after HDFC, any private bank which gives loan to people for their construction of home, it's ICICI Bank. Okay. Now, if we talk about some public bodies, so public organizations, public bodies, then this is SBI. Who doesn't know this? State Bank of India. Then we have PNB, Punjab National Bank. Then we have HUDCO. Then we have LIC, Life Insurance Corporation. HUDCO. What is the full form of HUDCO? Anyone? It's Housing and Urban Development Corporation. Okay, I'm writing it here. Housing and Urban Development Corporation Limited. Okay. So we are So we have completed this housing finance institution under this National Housing Bank, which is a regulatory body, and it was established in 1988 under the Act of NHB Act in 1987. And there are certain private banks and public banks. So private bank, it's HDFC, that is Housing Development Finance Corporation Limited. And another example is ICICI, etc. And then if you see about the public banks, it's SBI, PNB, HUDCO, LIC. HUDCO full form is important. Housing and Development, it's Housing and Urban Development Corporation Limited. Okay. Now after this, one last topic, then this policies and scheme topic will be over. So let's do that. So the last scheme is हृदय, ठीक है. Now this हृदय, this was suppose this is a common topic for conservation and this policies also. So वहाँ conservation में शायद मैं नहीं बताई थी, तो चलो यहाँ पे बता देती हूँ. So let's write here the 18th topic, that is your hriday. Now its full form was asked in GATE 2018 and in before that also, okay. So first of all, full form. What is the full form of it? It's the National Heritage, the National Heritage City. Okay, now ऐसे दिमाग में रखो, HRI, it's heritage, then DAY अलग अलग. So it's the National Heritage City Development and Augmentation Yojana. And Augmentation Yojana. Fine. Now, so it was launched in 2015. And its time period is over in 2019. So it was from 2015 to 2019. Okay. Now after this, I'm writing the aim of hriday. What is the aim of it? Bringing urban planning, economic growth, and heritage conservation in inclusive manner. That is, whatever the heritage is there to conserve, and the urban planning, that is the city planning, and heritage conservation and the economic growth of the city. So everything should go side by side or in an inclusive manner. Okay. Now after this, there are total of 12 cities which are included in this scheme. So let's write those 12 cities. So it's Ajmer, Amritsar, Amravati, Badami, Dwarka, Gaya. Okay. Then it's Kanchipuram, Mathura, Puri, Varanasi. Then it's Velankani and Varangal. Now there is a trick to, I've made a small trick. It's quite lame. So to remember this 12 cities, so it's Aj, Amrit, okay, it's it's Aj, Amrit and Amar, Badam, Pikar, Dwarka, Gaya. Okay. Aj, Amrit and Amar, it's AMR. Okay. Aj, Amrit and Amar, Badam, Pikar, Dwarka, Gaya. So first 6 is completed. Now after this, it's Kanchipuram sari. Now sari is, you have to keep in mind वो अलग चीज है. Kanchipuram sari माँ पूरे वाराणसी, वेलांकनी और वारंगल में कहीं नहीं है. So the Kanchipuram sari माँ, that is someone is telling to their mother that Kanchipuram sari माँ पूरे, like पूरी का पूरे वाराणसी, वेलांकनी और वारंगल में नहीं है. So it's just a short trick which I have made just to keep in mind this 12 cities, and that's it. Basically you are concerned with the full form and its aim, or it was launched in 2015. That's it. Yeah, so with this we come to the end of this topic, that is the housing scheme and policies. And I've completed almost, I think, everything which is asked in the paper. And yeah, thank you. Bye.